No one inside the AGT arena was ready for what happened next. A shy 15-year-old Filipina teen stepped onto the stage, shaking with nerves, barely able to speak, until she started singing. The moment her angelic voice filled the room, thousands fell silent. Even Simon Cowell leaned forward, stunned. Her high notes sent waves of chills across the audience, turning doubt into disbelief and disbelief into pure awe. What happened in the next few seconds became one of AGT's most unforgettable moments. And if you love emotional stories like this, make sure to subscribe to Kindness Diaries for more. The backstage area of America's Got Talent is buzzing with activity. Camera crews rushing, contestants pacing, stage assistants whispering instructions. But in the middle of all that controlled chaos, stands a single young girl, who looks as if the entire world has gone silent around her. Mira Santos, a 15-year-old Filipina teen from a small coastal town, grips the microphone like a lifeline. Her fingers tremble slightly. She's been singing since she was 6, church events, community gatherings, school anniversaries, but never anything like this. The AGT stage isn't just big. It's overwhelming, intimidating, almost unreal. The air backstage is cool, but Mira feels warm with nerves. She wipes her palms on her dress for the 5th time, as she breathes in as deeply as she can. Her mother stands a few feet behind the curtain, watching her with a mix of pride and worry. Their eyes meet. Her mother gives her a gentle nod, the same nod she always gave Mira before every school performance. It meant, "You've done this before. You're ready." But Mira knows this is different. The audience's roar vibrates through the walls like distant thunder. Every cheer sounds like a reminder of the millions watching, here in the arena and across the world. The idea that people in different countries might soon see her performance sends another wave of anxiety crashing over her. A stagehand gestures for her to move forward. "Mira, you're next," he says with a warm smile, trying to comfort her. She nods shyly and follows him. As she walks, she passes contestants who have already performed, some celebrating, some crying, some quietly sitting with regret in their eyes. She wonders which group she'll join. The lights near the entrance to the stage glow bright and golden, casting long shadows behind her. They feel like the gates of another world, a world she wants desperately to enter but is equally terrified of stepping into. Her heart beats so loud that she presses a hand to her chest, as if trying to calm the frantic rhythm. Her breaths come shallow and fast. What if I forget the lyrics? What if I sound bad? What if Simon doesn't like me? That last thought hits her the hardest. Simon Cowell, the most feared, most respected, most unpredictable judge on the panel. Mira has watched every AGT season on YouTube, replayed the clips, studied how performers rise or crumble under Simon's reaction. She knows his standards are sky-high bar. She wants to impress him, but she fears disappointing him even more. The stage manager touches her shoulder gently. "Ready, Burr?" Mira forces a small smile. I think so." Her voice is soft, shaky. Even she can hear the fear in it. The manager pushes the curtain aside slightly, giving her a glimpse of the massive stage. The bright white spotlight slices through the darkness like a blade. It lands right on the center of the stage where she will stand, alone, vulnerable, exposed, bar. She swallows hard. Her legs feel like they could give out at any second. A crew member hands her a small earpiece. She fumbles slightly before sliding it into place. Everything sounds muffled now, except her own breathing. Another crew member gives a thumbs up. Her name is announced. Next up, please welcome Mira Santos. The crowd cheers, but Mira hears it like an echo from far away, as if she's underwater. She steps forward, one small hesitant step at a time. Her sneakers make soft tapping sounds on the floor, but inside her head, those taps thunder like giant footsteps. As she approaches the opening to the stage, she glances sideways at a camera that's filming her entrance. She quickly looks away. She doesn't want anyone to see the fear in her eyes. Not yet. She steps onto the smooth wooden floor of the stage. It feels warmer than she expected. The lights hit her instantly, bright, blinding, almost burning. She squints before blinking rapidly until her eyes adjust. And then she sees them. The judges. Simon, sitting back with his arms crossed, watching her with his usual unreadable expression. Sophia, smiling warmly. Heidi, looking curious. Howie, leaning forward ready to engage. And beyond them, thousands of faces, millions more behind the cameras. Mira's breath catches, her throat tightens, her knees weaken. Don't faint, she tells herself. Please don't faint. The stage feels enormous. She feels tiny, like a grain of sand swept into a hurricane of expectations. The host gives her an encouraging nod from the side. She takes another breath. Hi, Heidi says gently, breaking the stillness. What's your name? Mira, she replies, her voice barely audible through the mic. It cracks slightly and she mentally kicks herself. How old are you? Sophia asks with a smile. I'm 15. A soft awe rises from the crowd. Simon studies her more closely. Mira can feel his eyes analyzing her, her posture, her confidence, her voice. She wonders what he's thinking. She prays it's not something discouraging. What will you be doing for us today? Simon asks. Singing, she says, swallowing hard. Simon nods once, a short, sharp nod, the kind of nod that means, all right then, show us. Mira steps slightly forward. Her fingers are shaking so much she adjusts the microphone to hide it. The soft hum of nervous energy fills her chest. She closes her eyes for a brief moment, not to hide, but to remember. Remember the nights she practiced alone. The mornings she sang to the ocean waves. The dreams she whispered to herself when no one was around. She opens her eyes. The music begins. A soft, gentle instrumental. She inhales deeply. This is her moment, her shot, her chance to take everything, the fear, the pressure, the doubts, and turn them into something beautiful. The crowd holds its breath. The judges lean in. The lights brighten. Mira raises the microphone, and just as she is about to sing her first note, she steps beyond her fear and into her destiny. The instrumental track begins softly, so softly that many people lean forward, wondering if the sound system is failing. But it's not. It's simply the delicate setup for a moment no one in the room is prepared for. Mira stands frozen for a heartbeat. The lights glow around her like a halo, outlining her small frame on that giant stage. She can feel her pulse in her fingertips, in her throat, in her ears. Her breathing is shallow but steadying with every second. Her mother watches from backstage, gripping her hands together, silently praying. Mira closes her eyes. And then, she sings. The very first note that leaves her lips isn't just a sound, it's a revelation. A pure shimmering note floats into the air, so clear and soft that it cuts right through the noise of the arena. The audience gasps in unison, not loudly, but with that instinctive intake of breath that comes when something beautiful catches you off guard. Simon's chin lifts. Howie's eyebrows rise. Heidi lets out a small emotional wow. Sophia presses her hand to her chest. No one expected this. Her voice is angelic, light but controlled, airy yet strong. Every syllable sounds like it's been dipped in emotion. It echoes gently in the hall, as if bouncing off invisible clouds. The sound is both fragile and powerful. A perfect balance that only a few rare singers carry naturally. Mira opens her eyes, and suddenly she isn't the shy, trembling girl who walked onto the stage. She's someone else. Someone transformed by the music. Someone who belongs here. Her next line glides out even smoother, like silk unraveling in slow motion. The softness in her voice wraps around the room, warming even the coldest corner. Audience members begin nodding, whispering things like, "Wow, she's so good. She sounds like an angel." The judges shift in their seats, stunned at how unexpectedly captivating she is. The song builds gently, and so does Mira's confidence. Her feet root into the stage, her shoulders relax, her eyes soften with emotion. The nerves melt away as the music takes over her soul. As she reaches the first small climb in the melody, her voice rises effortlessly, delicate, yet powerful enough to leave goosebumps trailing up arms across the audience. The control in her tone is remarkable for someone her age. It feels unreal, almost cinematic. Simon leans forward. He isn't smiling, yet, but he's listening with real interest, the kind he rarely shows. Mira hits another note flawlessly, and something magical happens. The arena becomes completely silent. People stop whispering, the judges stop shifting, even the cameras seem to move slower. It's the kind of silence that only appears when everyone in the room is spellbound. Mira's voice swells into the next part of the song. This time, it's stronger, with a touch of vulnerability. Her vibrato is soft, subtle, like the trembling wings of a butterfly. She doesn't oversing. She doesn't push. She just lets the emotion guide her. Her eyes glisten with unshed tears as she sings the line that means the most to her. It's the line she practiced hundreds of times in her small bedroom, the line that made her believe she could really do this someday. As she sings it on the AGT stage, the meaning hits her harder than ever. She closes her eyes briefly, holding the note just long enough to pull the entire room into her heart. A woman in the audience wipes her tears. A man near the front presses his hand to his mouth. A young girl watching from the balcony clutches her chest, overwhelmed. Mira doesn't know any of this is happening. She's lost in the song, completely. The music swells now, growing bigger, brighter, more emotional. This is the moment in the song that demands strength, precision, and heart. And Mira delivers all three. She steps forward slightly, raising her chin, and unleashes a high note that seems too powerful for her small frame. The note floats, expands, and fills the entire arena like a beam of heavenly light. The audience reacts instantly. People gasp. Some stand. Someone shouts, "Oh my God!" Simon sits back, stunned, genuinely stunned. His mouth opens slightly. He looks at the other judges as if saying, "Are you hearing this too?" Mira holds the high note longer than expected. It's steady, flawless, glowing with emotion. When she finally lets it fall, the entire arena trembles with the echo of it. She transitions smoothly into the softer part of the song, letting her voice break just a little, intentionally. That tiny crack adds raw emotion, making the performance feel real, intimate, human. By now the judges are no longer analyzing her. They're simply listening. Howie whispers to Heidi she's incredible. Sophia nods, eyes shiny. But Simon is watching Mira with the kind of expression he reserves for truly special moments. Moments that go viral. Moments that make AGT history. Mira moves into the final build-up of the song. Her voice deepens with emotion. She sings not with her throat, but with her heart. She pours every childhood dream, every challenge, every prayer into these last lines. The music rises one last time. Mira grips the mic tighter, takes a breath, and releases the final high note. It isn't just high, it isn't just beautiful, it's breathtaking. A note so pure, so heavenly, so impossibly perfect that it sends chills through the entire audience. The sound soars like a beam of light shooting upward, breaking through every doubt she ever had about herself. She holds it, and holds it, and holds it, until it feels like time itself has stopped. When she finally lets it go, the note dissolves into the air like golden dust. For a full second. No one moves, no one breathes, no one claps. They're too shocked. Then, the arena erupts. A wave of cheers crashes forward. People stand instantly, hands fly into the air. Voices scream her name. The energy is explosive, like fireworks going off at once. Mira stands frozen, eyes wide, chest rising and falling with emotion. She can't believe what just happened. She did it. She really did it. She slowly lowers the microphone, tears filling her eyes. This wasn't just a performance. It was the moment that changed everything. For a second, nothing exists. No sound, no movement, no thought. Just silence. The final angelic note Mira sang still hangs in the air, as if time itself is holding its breath with her. The lights shimmer above her like floating stars, casting a soft glow on the golden confetti machines hidden in the rafters, waiting, watching. And then, suddenly, the entire arena explodes into life. A thunderous standing ovation erupts from every corner of the studio. Thousands of people leap to their feet at the same moment, creating a wave of energy so powerful that the floor beneath Mira seems to vibrate. Cheers echo through the hall like a storm crashing against the shore. There's shouting, loud, emotional shouting. Wow, she's incredible. Oh my God. Give her the golden buzzer. Unbelievable. Mira blinks, confused, overwhelmed, unsure if she's dreaming. Her chest rises and falls rapidly. She presses a trembling hand against her heart, trying to steady the wild beating inside her. Her legs feel weak, too weak to stand, so she clasps the microphone stand to keep herself grounded. Tears gather quickly in her eyes, blurring the thousands of faces cheering for her. For a moment, she forgets where she is. All she can hear is her own breath. All she can feel is the pounding of her heartbeat. All she can see is the judges rising from their seats. Sophia is the first to stand, her eyes sparkling with emotion. Heidi joins next, clapping furiously, shouting something that's drowned out by the roaring audience. Howie beams proudly, shaking his head in disbelief. But Simon rises last, slowly, thoughtfully, deliberately. His expression is impossible to read at first. Is he shocked, amazed, emotional? He stands tall, arms resting by his sides, not crossed, not defensive, but open. His signature stoic face softens, and then he smiles. A real smile. The kind of smile AGT fans know only appears when Simon has witnessed something truly extraordinary. Mira's breath catches in her throat. Her tears spill over. She feels her legs trembling harder now, a mixture of exhaustion, disbelief, and overwhelming relief. She covers her mouth with her hands. Thank you, she whispers, though no one can hear her under the roar of the crowd. The host steps closer from the wings, a proud grin on his face. The judges sit back down slowly, still applauding, still glowing with shock and admiration. Heidi leans forward, pressing her hands to the table. Mira, she begins, her voice filled with warmth. That was heavenly. Absolutely heavenly. The audience cheers again. Sophia nods vigorously. You have a gift, a real pure gift, and you touched every single heart in this room. Howie adds, this is the kind of voice that reminds us why we love this show. You're 15, but you just delivered a performance beyond your years. Mira wipes her tears, trying to smile through her trembling. Thank you, she whispers again, voice breaking. Then everyone turns to Simon. The room falls silent almost instantly. Simon leans forward, elbows on the table, hands clasped. He studies Mira with the intensity of someone who just witnessed something historic. So, he says slowly, his voice calm yet filled with emotion. I'm going to be honest, Mira. Mira's heart stops. The audience stiffens. Everyone holds their breath. Simon's tone lowers, softer than usual. When you first walked out, he continues, you looked nervous, shy. I wasn't sure what to expect from you. Mira nods, still wiping tears, completely captivated. But then, Simon says, pointing toward the ceiling where her final note seemed to float, you opened your mouth. And you gave us one of the purest, most angelic voices we have ever heard on this stage. The audience explodes again. Mira covers her face with her hands, tears streaming. Simon raises a finger to quiet the crowd, and the arena goes silent again. Mira, he says, leaning closer. That wasn't just a good audition. That was a moment. A moment people will replay, share, talk about, for years. And when moments like that happen, he glances toward the golden button. The audience reacts instantly. Screams erupt. People jump. Fans wave their arms wildly. Mira stares at the button in disbelief. Her breath shakes, her body freezes. Simon stands, and without another word, he slams the golden buzzer. A bright flash of gold bursts from the table. A loud magical sound blasts through the arena. Golden confetti rains down from the heavens like a waterfall of dreams. Mira drops to her knees. She can't help it. The emotion is too much. Her hands cover her mouth as sobs escape her chest. Her mother, backstage, screams in joy and bursts into tears, held up by a staff member who can barely keep her from running onto the stage. The confetti falls more heavily now, swirling around Mira in slow, shimmering spirals. The lights reflect off each golden piece, creating a breathtaking scene that feels like a movie, a moment frozen in perfection. Simon walks onto the stage, stepping through the golden blizzard. He reaches Mira and offers her a gentle hand. She looks up at him with teary, disbelieving eyes before taking it. You deserve this, he says softly, with a warmth rarely heard in his voice. Never doubt yourself again. Mira nods, her tears streaming freely. Thank you. Thank you so much, she whispers. The other judges join them on stage, surrounding her, offering hugs and kind words. The host rushes in from the side, proudly shouting Mira Santos is going straight to the live shows. The crowd chants her name now. Mira. 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 She stands slowly, wiping her tears, her dress covered in glittering gold. She looks around the arena, the lights, the confetti, the judges, the audience, and she realizes her life has changed forever. This wasn't just a performance. This wasn't just a song. This wasn't just a dream. This was the moment a 15-year-old Filipina girl stepped onto the world's biggest stage and left the world absolutely speechless.